Good morning, you guys. Good fucking morning to you. Shit. Just shit. I'm in a mood. You know when you just wake up some days and you're just like so overwhelmed? That's kind of like how I feel today. Do you guys know that I'm gonna get a tattoo soon? I made this list of things that I wanted to do before my birthday. And I'm actually doing the things. I'm like, get a new tattoo, because I feel like every chapter of my life I've had a tattoo for that occasion. I have like 4 tattoos, which I feel like isn't that many. And why am I talking about this? Not doing well.
This is one of the most emotionally chaotic videos that I filmed in a while. I was struggling between having a lot of anxiety and also wanting to film a video because I had things that I wanted to share. But I honestly felt like scrapping it at a moment. But then I was like, what's the fun in that? So, cheers.
Fuck. So yesterday I went to a yoga class. I go to this hot yoga class. I try to go every week, but like I just never, I end up going like once every 2 weeks or so. And so this hot yoga, it's exactly what it sounds like. They make the room like a sauna, and it's so hot, and like you, like literally the whole time I just want to die. I'm like, this sucks. Like I don't even know why I'm doing this. I guess I'm like a masochist in a way. But then afterwards, you just feel like you're on a cloud because you've like gotten rid of all your toxins. And I do this over by La Pompidou, and then I just end up walking home, and when I'm walking home I end up like having all of these like thoughts, all of these like deep realizations that come out in yoga. Anyway, on my way home from yoga the other day, I started thinking about like things that I wish I had known younger in regards to like my art career or just like creativity in general. And I think that like a lot of people that I know go by this idea of like they have a lot of things that they want to do, but they're always putting them off for later. They're putting them off for a moment when they're like good enough to do those things. Or they say like, if I'm gonna do this thing, I'm really gonna do it. Like if I'm gonna do this thing, it's gonna be like either I'm gonna do it like perfectly or I'm not gonna do it at all. And I wanted to share with you guys something that I thought about in regards to that, because I think that that mentality can be like actually really hindering. Because if we wait to be at a certain level to do something, then oftentimes we won't even do it at all. And I think like even myself younger, I might have thought that way. But then I realized like, I think it's better to try something and learn as you go. I think it's better to not limit yourself and to do the best that you can in this moment at something. You know what I mean? I really believe that we learn by doing. At least that's how I learn. Like I'm somebody that's like, okay, like for example, I've never tried to produce music or make music before, but I'm gonna jump into it, and I've learned so much. And I think like that is one of the most powerful things that I could share with you guys, is to not wait to be good enough to start something. You know what I mean? Like even the fact that I'm trying to curate this exposition, like I've never curated in my whole life. And I'm not afraid of fucking it up. Like I'm not afraid of failing at it, because I feel like if we can accept ourselves as enough and not try to find validation by what we try to accomplish or what we do, like it's not like if this exposition fails or like no one likes my music, that like I'm any less of a person that like is valid and, you know, gets like is worthy. Like obviously you want projects to do well, but you should never be like your worth should never be attached to a certain project, is what I mean. And I feel like that's something that a lot of us creatives have problems with, and like I used to have problems with, you know, because you find your identity and your worth in these certain things that you're good at, because that is what you've been praised for. Like, you know, I've talked about before, like I used to always get praised for like my sculptures and things, and so I didn't want to like detach myself from that and do different things, because I was like, but then people will forget what you're really good at. People will forget what you're worthy at. And And yeah, so I can fail. Like, I think it's good to fail. Like, there's this quote that, whatever, I don't know who said it, but they're like, if you're not failing often, you're not doing it right, because that means that you're not branching yourself out enough and you're not growing enough, you know? And so this is something that I was thinking about on my walk home from yoga, is like, whatever you want to try, whatever you want to do it, and just go for it and learn during the process, and like throw yourself into that thing. Because if you fail and it doesn't work out, or like, you know, people don't like it, it really doesn't matter, because that, it doesn't define you. Like, it doesn't change who you are as a person. Like, you are an entity on your own that is so worthy, so amazing. And then these other things are just like little things that you can play with. They're tools, they're projects that you can have fun with. And like, once you realize that it's the process of doing those things that will bring you joy, it's not like what they will define you as after. Like, oh, she's like the girl that does music. Or like, oh, she's like the girl that was really good at this. If you're attached to that, then your whole life you're just gonna be afraid of failing at other things, because you're like, well, then that's gonna like negatively affect, you know, what I've already built for myself. But if you learn to detach yourself from the outcomes of certain things, and you say like, I'm just doing this because I enjoy learning and I enjoy the process and I enjoy like trying to express myself in new ways and trying to collaborate with other people and trying to whatever, then you are so free. You know what I mean? So fucking free. We are so free. This is like my new song. Like, can you imagine? I'm just like, we are so free. Anyway, I started out the morning like on a little bit of a angsty note, just because I got some Pisces placements, you know what I mean? I'm a Pisces moon, Aquarius sun. It all comes back to astrology, man.
Anyway, my camera died as per usual. It's probably a good sign, because I was probably rambling. But yeah, I just wanted to start the day, start a little vlog off with some musings. I'm gonna go to my studio. My throne has really progressed. You didn't get to see it in the last vlog because we had our Patreon meetup. Hey, it's Editing Shayna. I just wanted to let you guys know that I have created the event Facebook for the collective show that I'm curating. So if you guys are in Paris and you want to come to that, you can check out the link. I'm going to put it in the description box and also like in the comments. I would love to see you guys there. I think it would be so much fun. We're going to have performances and just like DJ sets, and it's going to be amazing. So it's the last weekend of November, and yeah, I just wanted to say that. And if you do want to come, respond to the event Facebook so I know how many people are going to be coming, and also on all that stuff because of like COVID measures and stuff. Okay, back to the video. And yeah, I have like some more wisdom that I want to interject into this vlog. Things that I've been thinking about lately to stay on the positive side even when there's a lot of, you know, anxiety and stress and like things building up. So I'm going to keep going with that in this vlog. But yeah, let's go to the studio and work a little bit.
I've been waiting for a woman I could call my own. A lady I can call late at night on the telephone. Her daddy won't like the looks of a kid like me.
Okay, so I just got to the convent and I'm doing a sort of fausse installation, like a sort of fake installation in the space, because the lighting guy is coming this afternoon and we're gonna figure out like where the lights need to go in the space, because as you can see at the moment it's kind of like dark. And so since I don't have everyone else's pieces here yet. I have to sort of like use my own work in this space to show sort of like the different volumes and things. So my friend Naomi's gonna come later this afternoon as well, because she's gonna be doing a sound installation with me, and so we're gonna try out, she's gonna help me move the piano because there's a piano in here. And I don't wanna give too much stuff away, but she wants to use the piano as sort of like a sculptural piece in the installation to do something cool with it. But yeah, so anyway, Saturday, everyone came, and well, not everyone came, not everybody could come, but the people that are showing in this room, this beautiful room, came, and we like sort of tried to figure out what goes where. I want like everyone to have a bigger wall space plus smaller wall spaces, and I don't like it when like there's shows and the people who are exposing only have one like one little thing. Like I think it's cool for people to come and really discover like the universe and the personality and like the point of view of the artist. So yeah, like we're totally redoing this space, and I think it's gonna look so amazing when it's done. I'm so excited. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So yeah, I'm going to continue moving stuff in here and like trying to see, and then once Naomi gets here, we're gonna move the piano. Okay, it's like 4 p.m. My face is so greasy, I don't even know. I like passed like the better half of the day, you know, like installing the where the show is gonna be. And then Naomi came because she was gonna move the piano so that we could sort of like see where it is in the space, but then the lighting guy ended up coming, and we ended up just like talking about like the different possibilities, and so basically, yeah, like we came up with a pretty good idea of like what we wanted. It's gonna be like very theatrical, but also like because it's like in this chapel and like there's this really beautiful yellow light from the window panes, it's gonna be like almost vampire-esque, like sort of not gothic, but like have this really cool energy in the space, the lighting and stuff. But having said that, like we're still going to see if we can get the Plateau Urban, who is running this space, to help finance it, because the more we talked about it, like how there's an outside space and we need to light that up, it's like gonna be pretty expensive. So yeah, like this week we're going to make up like a sort of portfolio of everything and then go see them to see if they'll help. So that would be really amazing. But yeah, like I was feeling like a lot of emotions today, weirdly. And I sort of realized that like I'm learning a lot about myself through the process of curating this show, and not just like, you know, as far as like an artist goes, but also just like sort of my insecurities and what I would consider like my weaknesses and things that like maybe I didn't want to face or like really think about. For example, in the US, I'm very, and even like in France, I would say like I'm a pretty assertive person. Like I'm confident, assertive, but I feel like in France, but even though I've been here for a while as a foreigner, sometimes, you know, the codes are very different when it comes to talking to people. For example, as an American, you know, like you gain respect and people like you more the nicer that you are. So you learn to like really just be like kind all the time and sort of just, yeah, like warm, charismatic. Whereas like I feel like in France, like the codes are sort of different when you're meeting somebody for the first time or you're working together, where people respect you more when you have like the strongest personality and you're like really not argumentative, but you're very opinionated. And I feel like, in the US, for example, we're taught to sort of like a little bit hold back on our opinions to like not, walk on other people or things like that. And like I often, like even in collaborations, like I prefer to just like work alone. And I think it's because these codes, sort of, since I am like a really sensitive person, they oftentimes made me feel small in a way. Like I just felt like when I'm interacting with people, like they just have like these argumentative personalities. And it's not a bad thing, it's great, but it's also like so different than my culture, which is, to try like always be thinking how the other person feels, kind of. And so I feel like something that I didn't realize is that I sort of avoided collaborating with French people or just like even really getting close, because I felt like the way that they made me feel was like small because of that. I don't know why, like I feel like crying, it's so dumb, but like it's not even their fault. It's just our cultures are different, and so like I tended to like maybe not take on leadership positions before, or like for example, I was like thinking today, I was like so glad that Naomi was there. Like she's really sweet and cool. She's like in the show too. And when we were talking to like the lighting guy, he's also like really nice, but like I was so happy that she was there. They're both French, because when they were talking to each other, they sort of had like this shorthand, like this sort of way of relating to each other, that I feel like taking on this leadership position in a way and trying to like organize this thing myself, I'm just reminded of all of these things. And it's like, just because I come from like a different culture and my way of relating to people is different doesn't mean that I'm less than. Like that can be also a strength. But I think it can make you emotional when you like you realize that you've been avoiding situations that actually could be good for you to grow, because you don't want to like feel those things. And I think that's a lot of times why I like isolated myself as an artist before. Like even at school, like I would sort of, like always be in my studio by myself. Because I think like being around other people sort of made me feel bad. But there's this thing that I recently learned and I want to share with you guys. And it's like in any situation, we're always in between seeing it as like a negative thing or a positive thing. And I feel like this is the secret sort of to life in a way, is that, you don't have to like force yourself to be positive about something. But when we're always sort of like on the tipping block between like, oh, like this, seeing something as a negative view or seeing something like the positives of something. So if you can just tip a little bit more to the positive side, like just a little bit, I think like that is really the secret to happiness. I say this with like tears. You know what I mean? Because like I recognize all of the ways that like all of these like emotions that are coming up, but I see that as an opportunity for growth. For example, it's like, say you like missed your bus and now you have to like walk and it's gonna make you a little bit late. Like that definitely sucks. You know what I mean? But A, there's nothing you can do about it. And B, maybe it'll be like a nice walk, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't have to like go totally like, oh, that's great, I'm gonna walk, like this will be fine. But if you can just like sort of tip to the positive side and say that there's actually I see like more positive than negative, then I think that that's actually how we can go through life feeling grateful for everything and like feeling really like we're vibrating high. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe I'll take all of this out because who wants to like see someone cry?
It's editing Shayna back once again. So surprise, surprise, I didn't end up taking this footage out because even when I was editing it and I was considering how it could make you guys sad to see me sad, or it may make me look weak to have these feelings, at the end of the day, I always believe that we are multi-dimensional people. I think that being a human and a strong human is being able to show your moments of doubt and sadness as well, because that's what brings us together and makes us be able to relate to each other. So I wouldn't want to just show myself like all the time being like this super confident and strong person, because that's just not real. You know what I mean? And we're all about what's real here, you know? So yeah, anyway, after I had like that moment of like those emotions, I feel like I was also just feeling like very overwhelmed and tired. And so yeah, I needed to have like a good cry session. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to not end the video that way and just come on and say that like it's okay to, and like it's totally valid to be somebody that you consider strong and confident, but also have, you know, these moments of feeling, you know, not good enough, or feeling, you know, weak or afraid or whatever, because, you know, that means that you're putting yourself outside of your comfort zone and putting yourself in positions where you could fail and be vulnerable. And I think that's truly how we grow as people. And so I hope that by sharing these moments and, you know, being open and not afraid of you guys judging me potentially, I hope that it can also help you guys as well who are taking on new projects and trying to push yourself in your passion, your dreams, to realize that like there's obviously ups and downs in any project when we are trying to expand, you know? So anyway, obviously I'm doing much better now. I'm just like that, you know? Like one day I'll be like, 1 minute I'm like super happy because I'm just very in touch with my emotions, so I don't try to pretend, you know? So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. And I'm making, right now, what day are we? I don't even know. We're Sunday, so I guess this is going up in 2 days. Like I said, I'm putting a lot into this show, so I really hope that all of you guys who are in Paris will come and support it. It's free to get in, and it's just, you know, I wanted to put this together to share these 15 artists' work, myself included. I'm going to be in the show as well. And yeah, like, let's keep on doing things that scare us in some way and help us to grow, because that's what life's all about. Like, obviously it's easy to stay in your room by yourself. Like, I could stay that artist alone in my corner making my work and like selling it online or whatever, but that's not what I want. Like, if I'm alive another day, that means there's more work to be done, you know? So anyway, thank you guys for being my friends, as always, and being so, like, I'm never afraid to post any of these things because I just know that you guys are so nice and bienveillant, as we say in French, you know? So I feel like I'm the luckiest to know you guys and get to be a part of your lives as well. So anyway, my rice is a-cooking and I need to finish this video and upload it. So I love you. If you made it to the end, leave me a comment that says, be bold, baby. Okay. Happy Halloween, because it's also Halloween today. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!